Hey, welcome back to League of Legends Thursdays with I Play Games. I'm J Money and this is Jason, and we're here for your amusement or your chagrin, either way. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about your summoner profile?
Um, this is my account name is Booby Pride. Currently Silver 3, bouncing around between Silver 1 and 3. Bas- uh, Basically, I've got some friends that turned me on to League about a year ago, and I've been playing other games before that. Ever since then, liked League a lot. Now just got a couple of teams I'm on, just building it up. Basically, got anybody else. Not gonna go pro anytime soon, but
Yeah, I mean, none of us are, but there's enough pros out there already.
oh
But,
yeah. There
so, what position do you most dominantly play?
Um, Starting out when I just wanted to learn everything, just to give it a feel, see what the best part is. The best ones I'd say I like jungling and playing mid, because without those two, you have a hard time winning any game if any of those two fall behind.
I mean, I think the same could be said of all positions, honestly. You know, if
But
you have someone
if you take a look at it and what most people do complain about, top is always the jungler. It's always the jungler's fault. I didn't get enough ganks. They were pushing too much, and where were you? You were counter jungling, you got caught. I mean, it's always easy to blame the jungler when you're losing your lane terribly.
well, my feelings about that have always been the same thing. Stop sucking.
Big
Yeah. If you know that your jungler is not amazing, or you have a late jungler or someone who can't gank until level 6, like a Warwick or somebody, you shouldn't be doing dumb things like eating axes from Olaf. He can only throw them in one direction. Don't be in that direction. Don't stand in front of him.
And some of the biggest mistakes that I see early game is people going into trade with the lane opponent and not getting out early enough.
Mm-hmm.
Taking too much damage and having to back within the first 3 or 4 levels will kill your lane.
Yeah.
And that's when you see people begging for the jungler. Please, 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 please come top. I'm sorry, I'm already not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's like if I'm like Gangplank and I'm against Wukong, I'm not gonna go near Wukong because he has a melee combo. He can do 2 or 3 things. All I can do is shoot him with my little gun, bang bang,
Shoot him
bang.
once, yeah. And
Yeah, and that's all I can do. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna parlay creeps and not parlay him.
Exactly.
He moves in on me, I walk away. There are such simple solutions.
Come on, time.
We're just about ready. He's been in here for 5 minutes. He should be going. But yeah, just waiting on that.
Hold on to your laptop. We'll go to this one just to.
Okay, we'll go ahead and jump into a game real quick. Alright, so numbers. Rise is being played by numbers, it looks like. Whoa! And
Pretty nice.
it's Rise, Renekton, Darius, Teemo, and Cho'Gath against Ashe, Rumble, Ziggs, Trend, and Zyra.
I'm not gonna lie, my best top laner is Teemo.
Alright, show's over.
The show is over.
The show is over.
How are you guys doing back here? Back in our pre-production.
So it looks like we're going into game right now, already started. Looks pretty even so far.
Get off the stream. Cut this off. Turn the show off.
So it's wrong to admit that I'm a Teemo player.
It's not wrong to admit that you're a Teemo player. It's wrong to be a Teemo player in the first place. You're the equivalent of like the Zerg Rush.
I know, yeah.
Yeah. You're the equivalent of the Zerg Rush, and you should be ashamed.
Hey, when you're 13-3 with them top lane, you don't complain. In ranked.
I mean, if you were Teemo and you were on my team, I would blame you, even if we won. I'd be like, you did everything wrong from character select.
Look at that. 12-3 Teemo.
Wow, that's rough. I feel so bad for anyone else.
Oh, looks like Ziggs is... Oh, Cho uses his ulti too early, and Ziggs makes it out alive.
but you're a girl. You probably have a Teemo plushie,
Oh.
and you probably do really dirty things with it. Anyway, back to the game. Oh.
That Darius looking for another kill, it looks like. 7-1 in 18 minutes for Darius.
I'm not sure why Darius stayed in there, and
That's
why he stayed in there. But I'm not sure why he tanked so much of Rumble's ult and flamethrower.
That damage over time is just increasingly devastating if you just keep walking on it.
Yeah, and he wasn't in a hurry to get out.
No. What's going on in this mid lane?
I have no idea. Like, we've seen Ashe here, we've seen Rise here.
We see Teemo Shrooms in the bot lane. I'm confused.
Yeah, well, we see there's a lot of low-level play where players just
trying out chances.
they just walk all over the map. There's no accountability. It's like everybody's first day on the job. Nobody knows how to use the copy printer.
Oh my. I'm going.
You going in?
Alright, so
Hold on, maybe.
I'm gonna cue back to you guys, announce the match, get started.
Hold on, wait a second. I don't know.
Holy, had to take it fired.
Wow, everything's
So
going
Renekton
wrong.
gets oh my god, Cho'Gath is in a really bad spot here. He walks away.
I don't understand why Ashe didn't use her ulti there. She had it. Cho's walking in a straight line. I mean, makes sense, right?
So we got there's a lot of death. Something happened. I'm confused.
I'm really confused.
Mommy.
We're about as confused as these guys are playing level 5s. But I'll tell you what, you don't start level 5, level 6 on your first account and start playing Zyra. So this person obviously knows what he's doing.
Yeah, this Zyra player is obviously smurfing.
I'm not gonna lie, I see a Zyra player, I get scared because she brings so much to the table.
Yeah.
I mean, whether she's playing as an AP carry mid or even just support, there's so much damage that comes out of those plants of hers.
Yeah, Zyra is one of my favorite offensive supports right now. Oh, and Darius.
Doing what he does best, dunking everyone in sight.
So, there's this pretty cool video that we might have to cut to at some time during the stream called the Dunk Squad. Have you seen it?
I've seen it. It's pretty fun.
Slam. Come on and jam.
There's been talk about why they should bring out a bunch of looks like Darius is gonna escape there. I thought Ashe had him.
Darius is pretty stealthy. I don't know if you know. He's a man of 6'5" and 250 pounds, and he walks like a mouse.
Once again, this Ashe isn't making sense. She could have used Hawkshot into the bush to get her sight, ulted him, and then not even got near him and got an easy kill.
Yeah, I mean, just walk into the bush, face check it.
Yeah, it's only Darius with, 10 kills, 9 kills.
Yeah, face check a bush when Teemo's on the other team. We're things to live by.
To die by.
Some things are that good. Oh, Zyra popping up 3 out of 4 of the enemy champions right there. And it looks like we had a runaway here, so Renekton and Rise are just going to be there chasing down Tryndamere. And Zyra does nothing, surprisingly.
It looked like she could have done something to help her teammate out there, but instead she flashed away also.
So it looks like we're going to be switching games right here. We've got a game with one of your friends coming up, right?
Oh yeah, I got 2 of the guys that are on my team right now are in this game playing Thresh and Kha'Zix. Now, this Thresh player is pretty good. I'll give him that. He's only bronze, his ranking, but I've been playing with him since I started League, and his support is one of the best by far I've played with.
Yeah, one of the things that I've always seen in League is that, well, especially with the new rankings, like I haven't had a lot of time to raise my ranking recently because I've only been playing casuals and normals with my buddies.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been seeing a lot of good players stuck in lower bronze and lower silver just because it's so hard to carry yourself out.
There's the whole talk of Elo, Hell, and I think this tier system exploits it so much more with their hidden matchmaking that they have, their MMR, and it's terrible.
Yeah. I was in a ranked match about a week ago, and I'm talking about everybody was awful. No MIAs were called, no wards were bought, my ranking has decayed all the way down, so I think I'm in like bronze 3 or something, or bronze 4 now, but it's really rough, and I think I'm gonna stop playing ranked games until I can get a duo partner.
Well, it's always pretty good. A lot of the forums, I mean, I'm part of a couple here in Chicago. They're always looking for dual partners. Everybody ranges from bronze up until, I mean, we got some platinums in the group too. I mean, so they have all skill levels. They're always ready to help out, ready to, give you some pointers, and especially like what we're doing now, watching them, seeing what they're doing, and hopefully picking up some pointers that way. Looks like we're getting into game right now.
All right, so we've got Thresh and Kha'Zix. You said that those were your boys, right?
Yep.
Awesome. So those will be the ones that we're to look out for and keep tabs on. Their ADC is going to be Caitlyn with Jungle Rengar and mid Vlad. I love Vlad so much. Such a cool character. Such great character design, too.
Especially with his passive. I like the fact that you can get it from either side, whether it's the HP or the AP damage. So you can really build them however you want. As long as you got one of those two in there, you're going to do some damage late game.
Yeah. And then on the purple team, we have Nidalee, the new Evelynn, Easy Real, who's probably going to be going mid, I want to say.
Looks like it.
And Tristana and Lulu at bottom. So Ezreal, I'm not sure why they chose Ezreal to go mid. Ezreal's he's a decent mid, but Ezreal versus Vladimir, I think that Vladimir takes that.
I think an early couple of kills or really good farming for a mid Ezreal helps him out tremendously. But if you just sit there and harass him back, you will outdamage him, you will outscale him. Oh, Thresh lands a hook through the wall there. Get some good damage down on Tristana. She may have to back already.
It's too bad it's not level 2 or 3, because then Thresh could have transferred and Kha'Zix could have jumped over the wall. But at level 1, seeing stuff like that is that was a psychic throw right there on Thresh.
Oh yeah. Well, when you got the Caitlyn traps that gives the vision of the bush, when Tristana stepped in it, I mean, it gave Thresh, perfect sight to go ahead and try to land a hook.
Yep.
It's like the buffs are being picked up now. How do you feel about Jungle Evelynn? I play her sometimes. You really do need to get ahead with her to really get your build set.
Yeah. Well, Evelynn, because her invisibility isn't real invisibility, you kind of need to be like Lionel. You have to have sight beyond sight at all times. You really have to be looking at your mini-map like crazy. But if you're vigilant, you kind of take away the edge that Evelynn has. She can't sneak up behind you if your eyes are open, basically. I like that I like the way that she works now, like her damage output. But honestly, her gank ability is pretty low. She's definitely not an Alistar or a Sejuani jungle.
There's really no CC there. I'm going to try to sneak up and get as close as I can, get my E off on you, and hope I can land some hate spikes when you're trying to run away.
Yeah. But it all depends because, and Vladimir's actually top. Weird.
So we got Kha'Zix mid against Ezreal. Two basic 80 champs, one's melee, one's got the range, but I think Kha'Zix with his sustain can definitely shove him out of lane early.
Yeah, definitely. Kha'Zix is one of my favorite champions. I play Kha'Zix a lot. Oh, and Thresh goes in very early against Tristana. But Lulu pushing Caitlyn out. We saw some pretty strong support play right there. And Evelynn comes in double buffed.
A little late. If she'd have been there a few seconds earlier, we might have saw first
blood. Here we go.
Kha'Zix going deep. Gets the flash.
Whoa,
keeps
Q's
going.
Everywhere. Kha'Zix Q is just one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful skills in the game. There's
that's unfortunate.
Rengar putting himself about 2.5 minutes and about 12 minions behind with that death right there.
Well, not only that, but he lost both buffs.
Yeah.
And that's going to really slow his jungle down.
That definitely.